my splitter off. Good.
Oh, heard that.
Okay, I did too. So, okay, call the meeting to order. This is KC9NW calling the Mountain Repeater Association annual meeting to order at 11:03. And first thing you got on the list here, Secretary's report for 2020, I should say. Kevin?
I don't have that sent out to you yet, but I can have that after the meeting here.
Okay, do you have it up at all, or I guess we can actually, I guess we can hold off a little bit. I saw the report or the treasurer's report, Dean, and yeah.
Okay, the treasurer's report. Apparently, I had sent it out, so I imagine everybody's got a copy of the board. But anyway, we starts out the year from November 1st of 2020. We started out with $2,106.66. For income, we had from dues and also checking account interest of $388.33. Then expenditures for the last year, well, the DOT tower lease of $120, Wisconsin Department of Commerce for our incorporation of $10. The web hosting site cost $20.20. And then for the park shelter rental for next year was $75. So our total expenditures were $225.20. So as of October 31st of this year, our checking balance is $2,269.79. And that agrees with our U.S. Bank statement. And then from November of this year through today, I have PayPal income from dues, about 5 members so far, and the PayPal amount, still in the PayPal account is $74.97 because I had transferred prior to this the other dues that were paid. So for Kevin, then we add our $74.97 to the checking balance of $2,269.79. I did not total that up, but that's where we're at currently.
I'm sorry, can you tell me again what we have in PayPal?
We have $74.97. And I noticed, just for your information, when somebody pays dues of $26, they have a fee now of $1.01. So we actually get $24.99 from PayPal instead of $25. I thought we had it covered, but they keep messing around with fees. But it's close enough. So that's why we have like 3 cents short of $75 for 3 who recently paid their dues. So that makes sense to you guys?
So I come up with a balance of $2,344.69 if you average everything together.
Okay.
So something like that. So okay. Okay. I guess I wasn't aware that they were adding an extra penny to PayPal dues. But
initially, when we set it up, their fee structure was under $1, and it's gradually been increasing a little bit over the years since we've had PayPal now about, I think about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, there was only one person who wrote out a check. Everybody else paid through PayPal. So that's how things are changing.
Okay. Well, I think it's working well, I guess. Any other questions on the report? If not, entertain a motion to accept it as deemed presented.
I'll motion.
Okay, LFG motion, a second.
I will.
Katie Knight.
BFP, I guess. I think I heard the voice.
Sure.
Yes,
So,
I did. I think
good.
Justin and I overrode each other, but
Okay.
I'll go with myself seconding.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? So carried. Okay. I guess President's report. I did send it out. Do you want me to go through it or read it, or I guess I can do that? How do you want to do it?
Yeah,
I
go
guess
ahead and read it.
I guess in the past I've always read it. So President's annual report. Our flagship 146.820 repeater and the 444.300 UHF repeater continues to provide a great wide area coverage throughout central Wisconsin. While the 82 repeater system has given us many years of great service, many of the components have reached end of life. The 146.82 receiver preamp, and transmitter on the 82 system has been replaced. We are in the process of replacing the controller, which has given us capacity of linking to our other repeater systems. The Coloma repeater 146.700 and the 442.675 are located in the south central Wisconsin, providing a great coverage in that area. I'm going to stop a little bit. Kevin, I'm hearing you're typing, I think, most likely. I don't know if that's going to be picking it up. If you move for a second, thanks. That may give us a cleaner recorder for Dave. So they are located along the I-39 corridor and complement the WASA systems to the south. The equipment was gone through in April of 2021. We did find the building had gotten into by little critters, which and have done some damage with nesting and damage to the UHF repeater. Everything was cleaned up as best as possible. Most of the equipment has reached end of life and would require total repeater replacement if it would ever fail. The Brighton repeater 145.41 repeater system is located on the western edge of Marathon County. It provides great coverage for the west central Wisconsin area. The VHF repeater has been working with continued good range reports. Our desire is to combine the coverage areas of each site by linking them together and upgrade some controller equipment. The desire is link the sites using radios as opposed to the internet. This would be beneficial for general communications in disasters, provide an avenue for life safety communications. The link antennas have been installed on the tower and hope is to implement the links in the near future. Our Yaesu DR-2X repeater utilizes the C4FM/FDMA amateur radio digital communications (Fusion Digital Technology). It is on remountain and assigned a frequency of 146.730, but with an alternate PL of 88.5 Hertz. This technology is growing throughout central Wisconsin. It does provide amateurs another means of experiment and communications. If interested, Yaesu Amateur Radios offer a number of fusion radios using this technology. Our D-Star stack is working well. It is an open standard digital communications format established by the JARL. Here you communicate using in 4.8 kilobits digital voice, in parentheses DV mode, and up to 128 kilobits data in DD mode. When using DD mode with a PC, the ID1A or ID1 D-Star radio. It's as medium speed data communications as possible. ICOM amateur radios offer a number of D-Star radios using this technology. We've implemented changes in our high-speed communications to the mountain. Our 3 gigahertz link has been intermittent over the years due to tree growth at the mountain and at Ham residence. We're able to add a 10-foot section tower to our remote link and get the temporary spot on another tower at Mosinee Hill. We now have a 3 gig link backup, but it appears that we will need to find another alternate link with the recent FCC repurposing of 3 gigahertz frequencies. This direct line of sight continues to be a challenge too, but band gives us great data capacity. We've totally rebuilt our website and changed to a new website address using the .club label. Watch for the even more fresh looks to the website as time permits. We have established a presence on Facebook under Remote Repeater Association. Finally, I'd like to encourage everyone interested in to help fulfill the goals and purposes of RMRA as well as amateur radio. The board meetings are on the third Sunday of each month using Jitsi at 6 p.m. Let us know if you have any interest in any of the technical aspects that you can help. I would like to thank all those who are part of RMRA members and those who make the donations to make our projects possible this year. The RMRA is a nonprofit, tax-exempt corporation staffed entirely by amateurs, volunteers that maintain a number of regional wide area amateur radio repeaters in central Wisconsin for the benefit of the public. We exist off of dues and donations, so I'd like to thank everyone in the past for support of the RMRA organization. I hope your future support will allow us to continue and grow. Our annual and fiscal year is November to November, which is also when the membership expires and dues are due. You can renew using our new website, but you can send your dues to the address below. I hope the website www.rmra.club can answer your questions, but if for now, please contact any one of the board members. 73 is for now. Rich Meyer, KC9NW President. And that's all I got for my report. I do have the address and stuff for 1810 Perry Drive, Schofield, Wisconsin. So that's all I have for the report. Any questions, additions, or thoughts? I kind of covered a few things that we've done over the year and stuff, and from the repeaters that hopefully will finish implementing the update to, and the website. Thanks, Dave, for that. And then also anything else. So, any questions on that?
Wow, look at the silence.
Okay,
You did
that's
a
great.
bang up job. Yeah.
That's why I try to keep track of everything, or all the meeting notices and minutes, and I try to take some notes. And I'm sure I probably missed something, but hopefully not too much. And so I know a lot of people put other things and help in the background to make everything possible. So, okay, continue on. Since this is our annual meeting, the next thing is the election of a new board for 2021 or 2021 22. So with that, I did spell out, I guess in the event of 5 candidates or less declare themselves nominated for the board. I think, I guess I have to ask our secretary, we're supposed to send them all to the secretary. Did we get nominations? I guess, Kevin, you want to say those, or are they current board right now? Or
It is the current board. It is the current board, Rich. We did
Okay.
not get any other nominations outside of the current board.
Okay. And all 5 current board members, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So with that, I guess we do have 5 members. I guess, and not sure, is there anybody else on or not? I thought we had somebody before, but may have dropped off.
I do see that we have a Tom Casey 9 UDA on here as well.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Tom.
Okay, I don't see him on here, my list here, so. Okay, anybody want to vote for continuing with those that did present themselves? Or is there any other nominations that we, I guess, want to present at this time? I'll open it up. If not, is there a motion to, I guess, to cast the balance for those that did nominate themselves to the secretary, being us, the current board? You should vote us back in.
Sure.
Is it Dave, motions?
I motion.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Is that Justin?
That's KC9WC, yes.
Okay. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? So carried. Okay, continuing on for old business. I guess Mountain System Activity Report. I did have, I guess the controller replacement is the biggest thing. We started it. We had an issue with some of the link radios, and with running a little bit on the warm side, actually too hot to continue on. So I got those right now at my house. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be working on that to try to maybe drop the power down some more. If needed, then increase the cooling fans before we put them back on, because they would have not lasted too long in the as a current condition. So typically on the Motorola radios, you back them down to about half power. They're probably a little bit above that half power setting. If you go too much further down, you start, they have gotten supposedly squirrely. So I'm going to try to back them down and try them as much as possible to reduce the heat.
Sure.
think-
Is there like a certain wattage you're thinking about, or?
If I'm hopefully around the 10 watt area,
Okay.
at least for that. So I, in the repeaters I've had in the past, they all work very well at 10 watts. One was still up there. I got one of the radios was a 45 watt. I think it was down to 30 if I remember right, Dean, and the other I don't remember what was added. So
One was 30 watts and one was running at 20 watts.
20 watts. So I guess so we're going to see if that works there. Also, our voltage coming into them, we're on a little bit on the higher side, more a little above 14, which probably added a little bit to it too. So I'm going to see if what voltage does have effect on for the system. So at least for that. So, but I guess we did have the controller powered up. It seemed like it was working on the mountain, at least on the bench. So hopefully this week we'll be able to get back up there. I'm not sure what your schedule's like, Dean. Or are you going to be around Thanksgiving or deer hunting weekend, or you? I don't think you're the big hunter.
No, I don't hunt.
Okay.
So it's open. Just give me a call, work something out.
Okay. So like I mentioned in my report, we did get the antennas and stuff are up on the mountain already, are already established. So it shouldn't be too much once we get those radios set and they get it up and integrated into the system. So that's all I got to report on that. Any other questions, I guess?
So Rich, just this is KD9BFP, just for clarification, then that's link radios then that you've got antennas set up for?
Yes. The link, one's aimed like south to Coloma, the other is kind of aimed west to Brighton. So those
Thank
are
you.
the link radios. Yeah, that's at least on that. So.
Oh, and just a side note, I did send the board the 2020 secretary's minutes.
Okay. We'll get back to that, and I guess somewhere down the line. So.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like Brighton Brighton, I guess, system activity. That's a Motorola system that's been working okay. We did have a UPS on it at one time, but I assume that when it reset a couple times, it seemed to go offline, and right now it's been running up and running without the UPS, but that doesn't have a generator, so I was during a outage or something important. And it kind of would be nice to have a UPS system or something on there to give it extra backup power. So I'm not sure what to think on the UPS yet, though. That's the only thing I get. It'd be nice to have it, but then it has been our biggest downfall right now. So at least for that. So
By the way, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I am sharing a picture that
Yes.
I took a couple weeks ago, right before the leaves changed there, and you can see up on Rib Mountain some of the equipment that we have up there. Obviously, there's our. See if I can make this bigger. There we go. You can see that I have, they got the 3
Yeah.
gigahertz antenna up there. Obviously, our HF station and some of the antennas that
Yeah.
we have for.
The dish down, next one down, that's the 900 megahertz dish. I guess aimed south towards Dean's house.
That is the 3 gigahertz dish.
Oh, that's a 3 gigahertz. Okay.
900 megahertz is below the
Oh,
3-element Yagi.
yeah. Okay, see that. Sorry about that. So, the 3 gig was actually that was the commercial 3 gig frequency in the past.
In the past, it had a radio for 3.65 gigahertz. Now it's set for the ham band 3 gigs.
3 gigs. So then you see the was 3-element. It's a dual VHF UHF beam aimed. That's when it's aimed south towards our Coloma site. The 900 megahertz beam below that, and it's kind of just at pointing towards where Dave is. There's another almost identical 3-element beam that's aimed west towards the Brighton site. And then there's a VHF or UHF way down below that. So I don't remember that one. What that one was. Was that at one time we had a link to Marshfield? I don't think it's that though.
No, that was just
Or
left
a
there for
UHF.
left for the guys to use in the station.
Okay.
What do we have with the vertical off to the right there?
That's a 5-vellum or multi-band V or HF vertical.
Oh, okay.
You sure it's five bands? I don't know if that
I
is or
don't
not.
know. It's not. It's probably not anymore because you need the other
Yeah,
5 saw. But it is it's more than one band though, I thought.
it's a vertical multi-band. I'm not sure. It was something that Paul K9DB had laying around and we put up there, and currently using it for WWVB with an old Heathkit clock receiver. So
Gotta love the old equipment.
yeah,
So I just thought I'd share that with Jesse, and I took that picture a few weeks
Okay.
ago. So
That's great.
Thanks,
Good
Dave.
shot.
Yeah.
So, okay. I guess that's for the Brighton. The Coloma, as I mentioned in the report, we did go down the spring. Say we did do a lot of cleaning and trying to clean up, the problems with the contaminants of the mice and stuff. So we did get it up and running. We did find, like say, the transmitter was off a bit. We did get that back on, but I guess the concern is, that is an older system. Eventually, if it does have any major problems, it's not really supported that much, or not really supported anymore. And with the stuff, I guess I'd almost look at totally replacing it. Taking one of the other repeaters or something, just program it up, and then duplexers seemed okay. So that's at least with that, at least on the 700, the UHF one seemed to be okay. It didn't really do too much with that. So did try to plug, I think, some of the holes and stuff, or try to seal the building a little bit better, at least for that. So D-Star system activity on the hill. Like I say, right now the stack has been working okay. We did have, like say, an issue with the VHF side of it. Did swap it out with a spare that we had, and so that was back up and running. So we still got double check something. We had an amp on there, so I guess we didn't get together, Dave, about running a test on that to see if we're getting decent.
Yeah, there was something going on with it, and I had yet to to get around to
Yeah.
testing it on D-Star. Otherwise, I mean, at least from my perspective, D-Star has been working really, really well. I think this is the first summer that it's really worked the entire season. So
Mhm.
it's great.
Yeah. The links, a couple times I've listened to it, it's been working okay too. Sounds solid. So, use for that. So, as I go along, if anybody has any questions or something, just jump right in, including the guests. So, fusion system activity, that I guess I'd turn over to Kevin.
Fusion continues to work well. I have been seeing as we get further into the fall, it does seem a bit seasonal, although I do see regular or daily usage of Fusion, but I have been seeing it pick up as we enter the later fall here. Really no issues connectivity wise. My worst enemy with hosting the Fusion node is Windows updates. But otherwise, radio-wise and station-wise, things have been going well.
Do you find that there's a room or whatever they connect to most often, or?
I do, of course, that being America Link. That's node ID 21080. That being said, though, there is a Minnesota-Wisconsin link in the node ID. I forget off the top of my head. That would be the second most popular. There is a technical net, I want to say, on Tuesday evenings. That if you have any questions about Fusion, somebody typically dials that up. It's yeah, very informative.
I got to listen to it. What day is that on? What time?
I think it's Tuesday. I'll confirm that though, and then I can put out a memo on the club website.
Yeah, that'd be great because I would definitely be interested in that.
Sure.
Any other questions?
What was the other one? That's Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Yeah, that's the MIN. It's actually MIN/WIS link. And I'll provide the node ID when I post the memo on the club website.
Okay, thanks.
You bet.
Okay, that covers all our repeaters right now. So, with that,
I do have something to add.
oh, go ahead.
Yep, did some testing on the 6-meter repeater that we have active. It IDs, audioable. I've been able to do some testing with N9OVR and myself, and it does not seem to be passing the audio from the receiver. So we might dig into that one.
I'll have to add that to the list here because I just never had that on there. So okay, we'll have to make a trip up there and see what's going on. So,
Yeah, let me know when you want to go up there because I'd really like to check it out myself too.
okay, sure. Send it out to the board and stuff. So
Cool.
when
Thank
Dean
you.
and I get together. So, okay, continue on. I guess now getting into some of the other old business was basically the website. Dave,
Yeah.
and I'm sure everybody's who's checked it out, or any questions, or you want to say anything, Dave?
Yeah, since the annual meeting, we made a big change. I'll give like the 1 or 2 minute browse of it and what has gone on. Obviously, our website in the past has been rmra.ws, and several years ago we got in the rmra.club URL. We just had never done really anything to it. So, with the absolute need to update the website, I basically said, okay, it's easier to remember .club than .ws. So I said, let's just go for it. And so we did. So we put the website at rmra.club. And I was just going to see if I could share my screen here with you. Hopefully you'll see it. Let me know if you do.
I do. So it's up.
Yeah, so you can see that it really follows the kind of the modern trend of websites. It's clean looking. You got your menu bar at the top. has a nice video that I took by a drone of Rib Mountain. That was from the Dupke Recreational Area, if you're curious. But scrolling down, it shows a quick page of our repeaters, because obviously that's what people like to know right offhand. What do we got? We got a current news section, which basically takes off the Facebook feed, and of course it shows our board of directors. So that's that. There's an about page, which is something I'm working on updating even more. It has our wonderful history of the club in here. And then just below that, I have our club documentation in some tabs. So we have our bylaws in here, articles of incorporation, and who our charter members were in the club when it first came into existence. Obviously, the repeater page shows all of our repeaters, their location in this wonderful map that you can go ahead and zoom into to see where it's at if you're real curious. Gives a little bit more detail on the repeaters, the PL, a little bit about them. At some point, I probably want to expand on that, but just wanted to get something up. Here we have our D-Star registration link and the D Plus dashboard. So if people are real into D-Star, you can click on it to access that information. You can see that it goes down to Coloma and then Brighton. So we have a new section called Calendar. You can see in here we have listed as today the RMRA annual meeting, and then we're going to be putting some other dates in here. But if you want to see what's going on, and I'm thinking about not just doing RMRA stuff, but maybe including some other events that are local to the area and putting that in there just so people can look at that. We got our contact form on the contact page. Real easy to send us a message if you want to. We got the how to join section. This is the great spot to go to today. If you want to become a member of the RMRA, you just go to the join page, and here you can see you can either use PayPal by typing your call sign and add it to the cart, or if you're old school, which a lot of people still are, you can go ahead and click the link and download the application, fill it out, and send it via snail mail. So that either or works. And finally, there is a member forum. Member forum is for members. Now, you don't see anything here because I'm not logged into it right now, but member forum is for that members, and it has a whole listing of things like our repeaters, more detailed information like on how to use our IRLP, for instance, how to use D-Star, and just anything else. It's a great way to report if there's any issues that are going on. And more importantly, it creates some sort of community within the RMRA. If we have stuff that we want to share with one another, things that might interest us, there's sections in there for that, so we can share and kind of put that on the site, and we can all share from there. So I'm starting today. As soon as I get list of members, I'm going to add our members to the member forum, and they'll get email notification, and then they'll all be starting to use the member forum on the website. So that's a brief rundown of the new, improved RMRA.club site, and I hope everybody really enjoys it.
Okay, any questions or anything else, or somebody who's looking at it has a question right now? Now's the time to ask. So, okay, well, thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Thanks on that. So, and then also from the last annual meeting, we talked about developing presence on the website. I just report that Dave did accomplish that, and a lot of the meetings and minutes and some of the events too. I know most of us do post on that, so seems to be working okay. And any questions on that? If not, our post office mailbox, as you know, or as most people know, that we have discontinued that. So prices have kept going up, and the use has kind of gone down. So we did go with just the residence mailing address. So I think we got most things switched over except for last week. Dave came across the one for one of the was a TNN call signs that needs to be updated. So
Yeah,
did.
we missed that one, so
So
we don't use it as often. So yeah, that's
so,
KC9TNN. So I'll take care of that
yeah.
this week. So
So and then the other one, the BCC one, was updated like a week ago. if not, so it should actually. I didn't look to see if it comes up on the FCC, but at least working with the RL, they was supposedly done real fast. So at least for that, so we got all that done, and it'd be good for another 10 years too on the call sign. So at least for that. So I guess looking at new and old members, support. I guess is now I guess I was kind of brought up last year, and is there events and stuff that we can do that try to promote that a little bit as now with COVID still is kind of put a crimp on a lot of that getting together stuff type of thing, or doing that Elmering and stuff. So that's why I kind of looking at that a little bit, at least. Is there more that we can do? And some of that is going to be probably discussed, like our 50th anniversary coming up. So hopefully that'll get out and promote RMRA a little bit, and also amateur radio, I guess, in general. So the high-speed data linking, that's where it seems like tree growth and stuff we struggle with a little bit. I guess I haven't heard anything on the 3 gigahertz band. Kind of been looking at some of the other possible LED bands and stuff, but it's all directly line of sight. So I don't know. Have you seen anything, Dave, on from Ubiquity and stuff? Or I saw some higher, even promoting the 60 gigahertz to 5 gigahertz as a backup, which is
Right.
but
It just seems like everything that's being promoted right now through manufacturers like Ubiquity and whatnot are all 60 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz. So you're starting to see a lot of the phase out of the 3 gigahertz on their website, and probably a lot of it has to do with the actions of the FCC. So we're kind of like in this middle stage of what are we going to do. We're kind of playing it by ear, but I think as times goes on, we'll probably have a better direction of what we need to do to continue having high speed data links.
so I do see that there was a promotion, or somebody was promoting for being the FCC chairmanship. So I assume after that gets announced and stuff, or does go through, that we may see some more actions from the FCC. So I think I forgot her name, and I forgot to print it out or something. So I see, probably over the winter time or spring something, we'll probably maybe hear more. I assume they're going to be doing more actions and stuff once they get going a little bit more. So at least for that, but
I guess from the ARRL, they're trying to get the FCC to allow hams to continue to share the 3 gigahertz band, not to eliminate us from that band. So that's where the push is. So I'm glad to see that the ARRL is still pushing that point, because we share other bands with other users. And as long as there's no interference, they've allowed that to coexist. So 5 gigahertz or the 5G build out might kick us out. I really don't know yet, but it's still up in the air.
okay. Any other thoughts, questions on that? If not, I would continue on. That's all I really had for some old business, unless somebody had something to bring up. And continuing on, then new business. I guess the biggest thing coming up was the 50th anniversary coming up this spring, or late summer, I should say. Dave, anything else on that, or
Yeah, excuse me. I'll talk about that a little bit. So 2022 will mark the 50th anniversary of the RMRA. It's a big milestone for the club. And so, as the club first started till where we are now, obviously there's been a lot of changes. And so basically, with COVID and everything that has gone on, I was thinking, we should really celebrate this, and do so probably outdoors, seeing we can't predict the future. So we're going to be holding our 50th anniversary celebration on July 9th. That's on a Saturday. The exact times are still being worked out, all the details, but it's going to be at Dupke Recreation Area. That's right on the the low part of the Rib Mountain near the Rib Mountain Fire Station. Beautiful recreation park area, has a nice shelter. So we went ahead and reserved the shelter for that day. And basically, I mean, we're coming up with a whole bunch of different things that we want to do for that day. Obviously, we want to towards the end of the day have a nice get together and say thanks to everyone. Um, but basically, I think we're going to do things like we might have a special event station going on that day uh, for the club. There's, I'm open to anything. I don't know if we'll have a V8 test session. Maybe we'll have a fox hunt. I don't know. And this is the planning that's going on right now, and hopefully within the next couple months we'll have solidified everything. If people don't know how hard it is to get that shelter. So we had to move a date in there because someone beat us to it. But that's why we went with July 9th. It was what was nicely available. We kind of wanted to avoid the snow season. So that's when we're going to have it. I guess if people are interested and all are welcome to come to this. Check out our website at rmra.club. We'll be posting more information, especially on the calendar portion. And hopefully in the next couple months, we'll have a nice schedule of events of the things that we're going to do on our 50th anniversary. All in all, I think it's really going to be a great time, and it's going to be nice to see everyone again.
Okay. Or Justin, you had some thoughts too on that, or?
I'm working on, yep. I'm working on putting together some merch. So I'm actually working on some graphic design ideas, and I'll be proposing those at probably one of the upcoming meetings beforehand. So we'll have to discuss a little bit about that, see what we want to do. I will provide some equipment. I want to bring out the DX Commander, set that up, and have a nice aerial out there for everybody to play with.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about bringing out my 40-foot pop-up mast with
There you go.
off-center fed dipole on there, and my my ICOM rigs and yeah, I think that'll be a good time to set that up. Have a couple antennas out there. I'm really curious to see your DX Commander. So yeah, and I was also thinking, maybe we could set up one of our 3 gigahertz link up to the mountain and do a demonstration on that. Maybe put an access point to it, and you could have high speed internet or point-to-point communications with it. So yeah, there's a bunch of different things I think we can do. I'm actually really excited for that day.
Okay, sounds good. Keep running with it. So, any other thoughts? Anybody wants to add on that? Okay. Yeah, I guess the only other thing I guess I had it under new business was updating the FCC mailing addresses, but that's in progress. We kind of talked about that already. So, with that, we're kind of getting around to the roundtables. Anything else, Dave? I guess I had you first on the list.
No, always
Yeah.
put me under all the pressure. I see how it is.
Okay, I'll
I
start
guess
at the bottom.
no, no. I think the thing I want to say for this meeting is I hope or kind of reiterate what you said. I hope folks out there consider joining, being an RMRA member, especially on our 50th anniversary year coming up. Your membership will be in that 50th anniversary year. Your membership really helps us keep everything alive in terms of the repeaters. They don't pay for themselves. It comes from the club membership. So I hope all folks consider doing that, especially being our 50-year anniversary. And I really look forward to that. I think most of all, I just miss go ahead and shooting the breeze and talking technical stuff in terms of amateur radio. So and see what else. I want to know what other people have been doing during this whole COVID thing while we've all been kept indoors. All the projects. So and hopefully maybe people will come out and share some of those things as well. So yeah, other than that's about it and from my end here.
Okay, Dean.
I really don't have too much more to add at this point, so I'm going to pass.
Okay. Okay.
You never
Okay.
pass.
So, Kevin,
I just reiterate enough, I've been a member now for a few years and obviously on the board, just now under a year as secretary. But I'm very much enjoying the camaraderie, a lot of the stuff I'm learning from the other guys. I can't emphasize enough how much I've been getting out of my membership. So others to consider joining if they haven't.
okay. And Justin, anything else or you want to add?
Well, yep, I'm here. Thanks. Yep, I just wanted to, say that I've been enjoying my time in the club so far, and being brought on as a board member was a huge surprise to me. So, very much thank you. I'm enjoying all of it. I want to try to contribute as much as I possibly can to the club, and for the people who are interested in ham radio or don't already have equipment, I've been really kind of saying, well, look at all the fun we can do. Here's a demonstration. One of the big things I've been digging into is DMR. So getting acclimated in that side of the pool and seeing how it goes. But again, thank you guys. I really appreciate being brought on and being able to enjoy this hobby with all of you.
Yeah.
You got to give us an update. The last time you were standing outside by your vertical antenna. Is it still vertical yet, or working, or creating more challenges?
It's still vertical. I've got some work to do on it still. Obviously, weather is sort of permitting that at the moment, but it is a functioning antenna. I just have some elements I need to work out, nothing major. So I did do a retune on it and got things in closer to where I wanted it to be for the general class users. But it's been performing quite well where I can use it. So, but I really am looking forward to kind of showing it off and having other people enjoy it as much as I have so far. So.
Well, in the past, typical from the old days, you just seem that antennas usually work much better when you put them up in freezing weather or snow or something. So
Oh yeah.
you do it in. I've had a couple of those where I climbed the towers with ice on it and stuff, and especially some of the old links and stuff doing that and turning antennas. So it was, yeah, I always remember that. So at least for that. So. Well, today we have a guest, Tom. Anything you want to add? Or it's your turn now. It's floor is for you. So put you on the spot.
Hi, I'm Tom up here in Rhineland, Wisconsin. I'm associated with the Rhineland Repeater Association. Senior advertisement that you're going to be doing your annual meeting today. I have been down there to Wausau. I've used your repeater. It sounds like an awesome repeater. I'm on D-Star. I know Andy and RMRA. He uses your D-Star repeater also. So I'm pretty impressed that happy that you guys are doing a good job down there. I am going to become a member. Right now I'm going to be getting signed up here probably by the end of the week coming up. I haven't been busy with work and stuff like that. I'm not sure if any of you guys are aware that Wally N9 CLE is a silent key. He did pass away October 29th, 2021. The Tomahawk Repeater Association had a event on last week on their net for a memorial for Wally. So, he's going to be well missed. He was the founder of the Tomahawk Repeater Association. Then he turned it over to the Tomahawk Repeater Association Club over here in Tomahawk. Also on January 15th, we're going to have our ham holiday get-together up here in Rhinelander. We did not have it last year because of the COVID. We're inviting all club members as far as down to Milwaukee, all over, to come and participate. It's at the Haven. It's on Lake Julia Road in Rhinelander here. It's basically a pizza smorgasbord, and everyone enjoys it. Matter of fact, we've been there many times to take in to enjoy their presentation. They're going to be kind of short-handed this year, so it's going to be a little bit kind of a delay, so everyone is expected and stuff like that. But everyone's more than welcome to invite it, and if you guys want to come up here, travel in the nice and lovely snow and stuff like that.
Something you might not know about me. I actually lived in Rhinelander for 9 years. I was actually born there and lived, through my early childhood. So when you say the Haven, I always called it the Pizza Haven. I loved going there.
Well, see, they used to call it the Pizza Haven. Then the new owners came in, and then they changed it over to the Haven. And it's like, I still call it the Pizza Haven.
Right. And the thing I remember most, believe it or not, wasn't the pizza. I thought the pizza was good, all right? But I was a little kid too. I probably thought everything was good. The thing that always stuck with me was the game room. And I was always in there playing games, asking quarters and stuff from my parents. They're like, here's some more, whatever. But yeah, I remember the Haven quite a bit. So it's been a long time since I've been there.
Yeah. But, come on up, shoot the breeze. Matter of fact, we get everyone all over. We get people from Crystal Lake, Michigan that come down.
And what day and time is that again? I'm sorry.
Pardon?
What day and time is that again?
July 15th.
July or January?
January 15th.
January or July, I'm sorry.
January.
Oh, January. 15th, when?
It's at 5:30.
5:30.
That's our time is. And they normally try to get pizza out at least by 6, but they might be delayed because short of staff. So
sure,
yeah, just be kind of patient with them.
Well, cool.
Okay.
I'm very interested in that too. Thank you.
Okay.
Getting a phone call. Come on.
Matt, can I call you back?
It's a telemarketer.
Hey.
He's probably
Yeah.
Guess what? It's work.
It's work. It's Matt Clem.
Uh-huh.
Something's down.
He's on call this week, so.
Oh boy.
So anyway, yeah, I guess the two things. One, if you got a little flyer or something, or so we can post it on our website, and also I can announce it on the net type thing. When we get into December, that's usually start posting stuff usually a month out for events coming up. So we'll try to do that. If you got something, so send it to one of us, and appreciate it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be
Also,
happy to put it on our calendar on the website. So
Okay.
So
you could send it to my call sign, which is KC9LFG at RMRA.club.
Yeah.
All right. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
okay, and I just to let you know, I knew Wally from when I was a younger ham too in the area and stuff. So when Packet Radio was becoming just new in the area, he was into that, and then also Bill Bergs in our area, KC9. You see, and myself, we were kind of getting into it and stuff, and that was back in even like say the Commodore 64 days, that when Commodores were just coming out. So we actually we got a Packet radio. We couldn't talk to anybody because nobody else had it in the area. So Bill and I put it up actually on Mosney Hill. And it actually, I had a phone line up there. So I linked it back to my house, and we got on the hill because I didn't have any other Packet radio in there at the time and stuff. So Wally kind of liked it too, because he could go from his place up there to Mosney Hill down to Baraboo to get out into the system. So we were kind of the first ones in the area. Wally was like the first one up there, and we were Bill and I were the first ones down here, so we had back then it was Tapper 1 boxes. Now they went to the different version TNC 2s and stuff. So that's a little bit more of the history back then. So, but yeah, I through my UHF repeater, I was able to close the phone. We had auto patch on it, so I closed the phone line. I would actually, when my computer call up there, I closed the relay to get the pack unit on the air. So you figure that went out, Dave. There was no auto answer and stuff on that stuff back then. So
Oh boy.
so it was,
Oh, Rich, you nerd.
yeah, back then. So
I remember the times that the Tomahawk repeater would be acting up, and they get all that garbage in there, like a gremlin or something. And Mike and Wally would go up there in 3 feet of snow with snowshoes on,
yeah. So okay. Anything else anybody wants to bring up? If not, I don't have anything else for the annual meeting. We'll call it close. We do, as part of that, our bylaws require us then to we'll stay on. We can close this, and then I can open up the board meeting to point or what we're going to do type of thing. So we officially got to do that, and we got to do it in a board meeting. We can't just do it now. So if not, close the meeting at actually 1:59. You got that, Dean, and just stay. So you got Kevin's muted, I see. So make sure he's got everything.
I've got everything.
Okay, and then so call the special board meeting.
Wait, pause 1 second.
Pause 1 second. Oh, that's right.